Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am doing an update today on the whole homeschooling, schooling, child care support thing that I built into my unschooling life. Okay, so I am an unschooling mom of two. I have a about 7-year-old and a 3-year-old. So if you haven't seen the videos before, you'll probably want to watch those. There's videos 1 through 5 that come before this. I will make sure that they are easy to get. And at the end of this video, you will be able to click on them to start back at the beginning. I'll put the first one and the last one down in the comments too. So anyways, this is an update. I haven't done an update in a long time. The last video I did was in July of last year, but for good reason, right? Because I have a life, but I also, I am feeling out the stuff so that I can come report it back to you. So the last thing that I told you all was that we had to move to Virginia in order to access a religious exemption for my daughter. And what is this religious exemption? It's incredible, you guys, that I had to move in order to have full autonomy and sovereignty and authority over my child's childhood, which a huge part of childhood is choosing the type of school or support or care thing that you're engaged in, right? So it's crazy that I had to move for that. And let me tell you something even crazier. Virginia is the only state with a religious exemption, which means this exemption is a religious exemption for compulsory school attendance, right? So it excuses my child from attending school, and I also have no standards or metrics to meet for the state whatsoever, which is fabulous because my daughter's going to be, learning and living life however, naturally, whatever. And I don't need anyone to tell me that I'm doing it right. I don't need that. I have access to tutors and programs and groups and materials and my own brain that I'm pretty smart. Anyways, so I was stoked to get that. Although you have to apply for it. So it's like a cringe feeling when you have to wait for daddy's approval, I hate that. But anyways, we're free. Okay. We're free. So what have we done? How have I been able to manage this? How am I able to be happy and healthy and sustain this kind of lifestyle? Right. So here are the things that I've done. We had moved to Virginia. We had gotten that compulsory school attendance religious exemption, right? And you only have to file for it once. Fantastic. And then I had her enrolled in this fantastic program that is almost an hour drive away from us, which is fine. And it is a sort of a forest school type of situation. It's incredible. And what we have opted for was a 2 days out of the week. My daughter goes there. My husband, who works remotely on his computer, he will drive her there. He will stick around town for the workday, access Wi-Fi, pick her up, bring her home. It is roughly 7 hours. What is 9 to 3? I think that's 7, right? Let me count just so, okay. I don't fucking care. Anyways, so 2 days a week, right? And she was 6 last year, and she is an extrovert, and she's high energy, and she's very verbose and engaging, and she loves unstructured time with friends. So it was the perfect fit for our family. And you'll hear in the previous videos that I tried so many things before this. I tried a regular co-op. I tried an alternative school. I tried a regular half-day school. I tried, just having a babysitter and homeschooling. Anyways, this was the best option, okay? Because it really... what's the word? oh my gosh, why can I not find the word? It's a natural fit is what I'm trying to say. Like, it is a natural fit to have her go, and it takes a lot of trial and error to figure out what's a natural fit for each member of your family and what you feel comfortable with. You have to try something out, okay? So I had a good feeling just from touring this place, and it was very synchronistic when it landed in my lap, and the way that it landed in my lap. And so through trial and error, we figured out that she loved it. She was able to go spend time with friends. It was around people who respect children and child development, and they don't force kids to do things. And they're also vetted by someone that I trust. And so she spends time, and all of the time is spent outdoors. So 2 days a week, seven hours per. Perfect. Okay. So you're probably thinking, what am I doing during that time? Well, I also have a 3-year-old. So I would be having one-on-one time with my pretty clearly an introvert. He prefers one-on-one. He prefers playing by himself. And it's not just an age thing. Because I know that, kids don't really want to play with other kids until they're, I don't know, past age 2 or something. I could have that wrong. But anyways, it's very obvious to me that he's pretty sensitive, like sensory wise, meaning, noise and people's physical proximity to him, people talking to him, too much moving around. He's pretty sensitive to that. And he prefers to be at home a lot. He's my child that unlike my daughter, the older daughter, he doesn't want to go out and adventure as much as she does. He doesn't engage with people as much. He's slower to warm, right? I had been spending one-on-one time with him. And then, on the great days when he naps after we have quality time, then I was able to do my own thing. Even when he doesn't nap, I still carve out the quiet time and everything, but naps are golden. Anyways, after doing that for a while, I was like, okay, I need to shift something else. How did I know? Because I was starting to feel that like my other projects, not just this, but other things around the house, and in my mind were not being developed. And I was like, okay, I need to carve a little more time out for this, that, whatever. So I tried to look around and find something for my son. After searching for a long time, I came to the conclusion that I would try a church-based preschool. Okay, I tried it. It didn't work. It was horrible. The thing with these preschools, right, is that it's the same problem before I had with my daughter. It's just like a school. It's like a daycare with the guise of like they're learning or whatever. And I'm sure their intentions are good, but what it is a daycare. It's not called a daycare, but it's a daycare. It's a place where people can come drop off their kids, and they try to put, as many kids in one classroom, small ass classrooms, right? With stressed out adults who don't look like they're having any kind of a good time. Very regimented, very, don't touch this. Oh, don't touch that. Oh, do this now. Very, very structured, very rules applied, very, stringent, just, the opposite of unschooling. So, but I was feeling so desperate that I needed some space from my son. I needed to spend quality time with him, but I also needed space from him, and not having like, his grandparents, one set of grandparents doesn't have the same parenting values, and the other set are unavailable. So not having those available, and my siblings and my in-law siblings are the same. So unavailable, or well, all of them are unavailable. But anyways, so then I had to look outside of my family, right? And I had to look in the community, right? I tried the LDS church, which I told you is a good resource, but here it's pretty small, and there wasn't anything at the time. And then I tried the preschool, and that did not work. I remember talking to the woman before I had signed up, and I was like, if he doesn't feel like going that day, I'm not going to bring him. She's like, well, we really recommend that you just start and just run with it. And I'm like, that feels weird. I think mom's intuition should be the thing that's like the top, right? Like not like status quo and stuff. And it very quickly became apparent to me when I dropped him off for the first time. He only attended once. I dropped him off for the first time. It was very difficult. He was upset when I was leaving, of course, and I gave him hugs and stuff, and they distracted him momentarily while I escaped, essentially, which was a horrible feeling, but I told you I was desperate. So I left, went to a coffee shop, got some stuff done. That felt good, but then when I came back and my son was crying, it became a problem. I was like, my mom intuition was going off, sirens were going off within me. There's something, this is not right. This is not working. This is not going to work. And I remember when I dropped him off too, that the lady was like, oh, I'll send you a picture of him, just so you know he's good or whatever. And I was over there waiting for a picture of him. And it was after a while that she sent me something. It was after the time she said she would. So I was like, yeah, this is not good. And also, like, she was rushing around trying to go meet the demands of all the other classrooms. So it was very schooly, very daycare-y, just not the right fit for us, right? And so I took him out of that. And by the grace of God, I posted on Facebook again. Posting on mom Facebook groups has been one of the things that's helped me a lot. Local mom Facebook groups like Unschool, Homeschool, Stay-at-Home Mom, Natural Mothering, whatever. Those keywords that fit your style. Go post in there for help, be vulnerable, and see what kind of things you can find, because I was able to find assistance with actually someone that I had known in the area, but I didn't know that she would like babysit my kid. She has a child of her own, and she's fabulous with him. Like we'd go to like meetup groups with each other, and my son had interacted with her and her daughter, and it was great. A lot of the same parenting values. I think all of them are the same. Fabulous, right? And the first time that I, got together with her so that she could babysit my son was like, all right, see you, Mom. I was like, what? He was totally comfortable. No crying, no forced detachment, no distraction, nothing, just easy. And that's how it should be. And that is what I know that you can find. I know that there can be an arrangement made with other moms in your area that's suitable for both of you guys, okay? So anyways, that worked out perfectly. And so we had come up with a schedule where it's like, okay, 2 days out of the week, my daughter's gone for this amount of hours, and if my son could be with the babysitter for less than half of that, then it would be great. I could feel balanced and ebb and flow, and everything would feel sort of aligned, right? Like a really good balance of everything. And so that's where I'm at now. It's summer, so we're doing here and there summer camps. We're definitely not staying too busy. We're going with, the flow with Mom's Intuition. We're going to the Women's Festival next week. I'm stoked. And I'm taking both my kids with me this time. I'm so excited. Road trip time. But yeah, so that's where we are now. Next year, we're going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be getting some part-time help, babysitting help from my friend with my son. And then Zippy's going to be going back to the co-op that we found, the homeschool support system that we had found last year. And I'm really happy overall. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions and if you want any support I can give you. But for now, this is where we are. This is part 6. And if you haven't seen 1 through 5 to see how I came to this conclusion and all the things that I tried, I will link the first and last video down below, but they also all will lead to one another once you watch each one. So it's already 14 minutes, so I'm going to go, but have a great rest of your day.